let's talk a little bit about Max Mindset. Let's talk about what you're doing to bring, because your story is amazing, first of all, and there's more. We definitely have to do another interview
I'd love that.
because I think it's fascinating. I'm really enjoying our talk, by the way.
You
Uh,
too, my friend.
what do you tell us about Max Mindset, and tell us how you're working with people to bring out the
Well,
best?
Max Mindset is our website. We do a lot of it's a blog primarily. We do a lot of posts, a lot of I do some interviews. I was doing a lot of interviews. In fact, we have the longest running video blog, you might say, or blog on muscle and fitness for a year. They did it for about 4 years or so. Where I did some interviews and I did mostly, different commentaries and stuff like that, all about the mindset. Muscle and Fitness originally brought me on to do something around training and bodybuilding because I'm a former Mr. America, competed in the Olympia a couple times. And so they wanted that. And I said, you know what? I'm not that interested in that. I'm not that interested in sharing. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about that. I want to talk about mindset. I want to talk about what it takes to become a champion, to overcome even what you see as your own obstacles, So that's what I did for years. So we created a website called Max Mindset, and that's what we still continue to share today. And that's our focus, really. So what we do is I personally work with a lot of executives, small business owners. I find entrepreneurs are the most anxious and eager to really work in this area, especially when they finally come to realize that much of the limitations that are going to be imposed on their business in terms of the caps is going to be imposed by them, their limits, hey, and we don't know, you don't know, I don't even know what limits we're imposing upon ourselves versus what we can actually experience, what we can actually achieve in our life. I certainly haven't achieved a fraction of what my potential is. And I recognize that. And I think anyone listening or watching this, the same thing could be said. I mean, the highest achievers in the world still have greater potential. So we put caps on ourselves. So the people I work with in terms of coaching, helping them understand, recognize some of those early traumas, some of those experiences. And by the way, when I talk about trauma, it doesn't mean you were sexually abused as a kid or anything. It could be any number of things. I talked about Diane Gianelli, calling me retard. That was a trauma. Anything we code as a trauma and begin to develop beliefs around that ultimately manifest in our behaviors and our habits and
Sure.
our structure in life, that could be trauma. So I work with a lot of executives. I work with some athletes, not quite as many as I used to. So that's really what Max Mindset is. That's our coaching process. I did want to share something with you because I just finished writing a book. Hasn't been published yet, but we're going to put it out as an ebook initially because I want to get it out there as quickly as possible
Mhm.
because this is the time when it's needed. It's
Sure.
called the 7-Step Comeback Plan, the 7-Step Comeback Plan. And it's really all about identifying what's going on because there's so many opportunities. You know this, your guests talk about the opportunity. This virus, this experience we're going through it's we could say it's setting us back a little bit,
I don't think so. I
but
think
you're
it's.
right.
I think there's a lot of opportunities, more so right now than there ever has been.
Opportunity to invest. I mean, there's going to be some, unfortunately, there's going to be some businesses going out. There's
Sure.
going to be opportunities to take over some of those. If you've ever wanted to own a gym, the sad news is some poor gym owner is going to suffer, but you can take advantage of that. There's
Sure.
opportunities there. There's opportunities for stocks to buy into companies that are major Fortune 500 companies at pennies on the dollar at this point.
Sure.
There's also opportunities. Some of the opportunities I want people to understand right away is, number one, this is a great opportunity to do an introspective, to look at yourself and to see what your overarching mindset is. Do you contract? Have you been contracting? Are you one of the people that hoard the food and the toilet paper, or do you expand and start to see that these are opportunities? Because understanding your own mindset, with very few opportunities, we get a chance to really look into ourselves and say, okay, how do I respond to this thing? How have I been responding to this? Does that response is it reflected in everything else that I do? The other opportunities, maybe I had a chance to open a business, or maybe I had a chance to meet the woman or the man of my dreams, and I backed off. I backed off a little bit. You know what I mean? Now I understand, based on this acute experience, that's my behavior. That's how I act. That's my mindset. So it's a great opportunity to see how you respond. It's also a great opportunity to recognize that we can create new habits, new behaviors. I mean, think about this, Brett. I mean, I'm a face toucher. I haven't touched my face once during this video because I've created a new habit.
Right.
This virus has created a context,
Hmm.
vortex for change, right?
Right.
And so even the littlest things that we are habits that we don't even realize we're doing, we've changed.
Right.
So I'm a big believer that in the right context and with the right motivation, if we can do that, then we can change any behavior, any habit that may have been costing us our success, our joy, and our happiness. So all those things can be changed along the way. So I've written about that in the 7-step comeback plan. And I'd love to. I want to get this out there as quickly as possible to as many people as possible.
Sure.
So
I'd
I'd
love to
love
help you
for
with it.
your listeners, just go to thecomebackplan.com. Thecomebackplan.com. Download it. It's free. It's yours. This isn't just about reading. This is about action steps. So I've got a lot of exercises in there
Okay.
to help you identify your mindset, some of the different things you need, the steps you need to build that action plan for yourself, whether it's business, relationship, your body, whatever it might be. This is the strategy where you completely take it into action. So just go to thecomebackplan.com and download it, man. It's yours free.
I'm going to download it tonight.
I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. I'd love your feedback on this because
No,
we're
no,
also going to have it published.
I'll definitely dig into it, and I'm getting more reading in right now than I probably have had in a long time.
True. Another
Like,
opportunity.
sure it is. Now, you have other books.
I do. Yeah. I've
Oh,
my the bestseller. My bestseller was the 7 Rules of Achievement. And the comeback plan is it's a spin-off of that, you might say,
okay.
because there are certain rules to achieving, and creating objectives and goals that really can manifest and some that just evaporate into the mist.
Sure.
So my bestseller was the 7 Rules of Achievement. I have another book called Why Smart Goals May Be Dumb. That pissed a few coaches off. But I used the SMART goals strategy for years,
Sure.
and it worked. Sometimes it didn't work other times. And there's very specific reasons I believe why it doesn't always work. And in the process that I've created called the action goals criteria, it capitalizes on some of that and goes much deeper in terms of what we really need internally to achieve goals and objectives.
Do
So
you have
there's
any?
lots of stuff.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. There's
Do you have any of your material on audiobook at all?
I do actually. The 7 Rules of Achievement, and the 7 Rules of Achievement, I have an audiobook, but not in a format. You'd have to go to High Achievers University, which is where we have all our products and trainings. But I'm trying to think what the other one is. There's the Inner Game of Confidence we have, which is a great one for
I'm
right
gonna
now.
I'm gonna become a student. You just
Yeah,
became a new student today.
I appreciate that. I would love that. I've been a student of yours for some time, man.
Stop it.
That's serious, true.
Well, you
Yeah,
know what? I look forward to learning from you, and I feel like we've known each other forever.
yeah,
We've never
me
really
too.
met before, I don't think. And maybe at events, and maybe we didn't see each other, but I feel like we've known each other forever. And I appreciate you being on the show.
My absolute pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity to share and to chat with you and to getting to know you. Because, like you said, maybe our paths have crossed. So I don't know. It's possible,
You seem
man.
it seems very familiar. Maybe because I've been following you for a while.
Yeah. I mean, we go to the same bodybuilding. You judge bodybuilding shows. I judge some. I stopped judging. I couldn't take it anymore.
It's a slow process.
It's a tough, man.
You know what I knew it was a slow process? When I saw the auditorium get painted and it was already dry and we were still there.
today's bodybuilding competitions they just go on forever. There's so many categories, so many competitors. It's
keep
good to
it,
see the sport growing.
keep an
You
eye
know,
out. Keep an eye open for the ICA from
ICA.
Australia. They're like fast, very fast shows,
Really?
very quick.
Wow. Who's are you care to share who's
Forget his name. I just talked to him recently. Actually, he's in Australia, but I did one of their shows a year ago, and I couldn't even believe how fast it's the fastest. They're doing shows a whole different way.
wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's certainly a better way. and
Well, there's
maybe
always a better way, right?
they figured it out. Yeah, there's
There's always
always a
a
better
better way.
way. Yep. Yep.
Tom T, thank you for being on the show. It's always
Perfect.
great to see you. Give
You
us a
too.
website one more time.
Well, you can go to High Achievers University, highachieversuniversity.com, where we got all our resources. The only thing I don't have in there just yet, because it's literally just been completed, just finished. We just got the download page up. But I would love for as many of your listeners as
Sure.
possible to go to thecomebackplan.com. And we're going to be doing a webinar based on that book and based on that training in about a week or so. So
Good.
if you download the book today or whenever you're listening to this, please register for the webinar and let's talk personally and get you on the right track, man.
Well, you're not only Mr. America, I have to say you're Mr. Everything.
You're way too kind, Brad. I really appreciate it. By the way, please send my best to your wife. She is lovely. She's been so helpful in helping putting this together, and I wanted to let her know that I appreciate the woman behind the scenes, because that's what my wife is, and she is really the architect, you might say. And I'm betting yours is very similar.
Very similar. What's your wife's name?
Dawn.
Dawn. I look forward to meeting Dawn sometime.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, brother. Be
All
safe.
right, brother.
Take care of yourself.
We'll talk soon.
Okay.
God bless. Stay healthy.
God bless you too, and Dawn. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for turning into the Brett Davis on Leash show, coming to you from IQ Podcast in beautiful Coronado, California, at Attorney King Studios. And I wish everybody the best, and God bless.